शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ओम नमो वेंकटेशाय pranams to everybody. Let's move on to the next shloka. Yesterday we saw up to Araudraha. Let's move on to Kundali. Kundali Makara Kundalavan. That means one has got this, this fish-shaped the earrings on his side, on his both his ears. And therefore, he is called Kundala. Kundala means the jewels worn on the ears is called as Kundalam. So Bhagavan has got this Makara Kundala, and therefore he is called as Kundali. Other meaning is Yatochita Divya Bhushana Kundali. That means one has got all these Divya Abharanas, including this Kundala on his ears, and therefore he is called as Kundali. Other meaning is Sesha Rupa Bhak Kundali. That means one who is of the form of Adisesha Rupam. The Adisesha has got always only one Kundala on his ears, and therefore he is also called as Adisesha, as I told you. He is also Bhagavan, and therefore he is called as Sesha Rupa Bhak Kundali. Sahasramsu Mandalopam Kundala Dharanadva Kundali. That means one who is like the kundalas which are shining like the sun god, sun god. He has got this kundala, and therefore he is called as Kundali. Chakri Sudarsanava. That means one who has got this Sudarsana chakra in his hand, and therefore he is called as Chakri. Tadarasha Divyayudaha Chakri. That means he has got this the Panchayutam, and one of them is the Sudarsana chakram, and therefore he is called as Chakri. Samasta Loka Rakshanartham Manas Tattvatmakam Sudarsanakyam Chakram Datta iti Chakri. That means for the sake of protecting this whole universe, he has got this Sudarsana Chakra in his hand, and which represents the Manas Tattvam. The Sudarsana Chakra represents the Manas Tattvam, and therefore is called as Chakri. Vikramaha Pada Vichepaha Shauryam Va Dvayam Cha Sesha Rupa Purushebhyaha Vilakshanam Asiti Vikrami. That means one has got a very beautiful gait, and then very valorous gait, this very Bhagavan has got the Simha gate. That is the lion's gate. He has got the elephant gate. He has got the Sarpa gate. So many gates are there. So in fact, in Sri Rangam, when they do this, the procession of the Lord, they all have different gates. The Gajagati, Simhagati, Sarpagati, so many other things. So Bhagavan has got that, and the other thing is he has also got this very valorous. He is a very valorous person, and therefore he is called as Vikrami Parakramashali. So that's what it is. Urjita Sasanaha Shruti Smriti Lakshanam Urjitam Sasanam Asiti Urjita Sasanaha. That means one who has got Sasanam means the orders or the commands. Bhagavan has got very clearly established, Urjita means very firmly established commands through this this Shruti Smriti. That means through the Vedas as well as the Dharma Sastram, and therefore is called as Urjita Sasanaha. Urjitam Sasanam Yasiti Urjita Sasanaha. Virincha Purandara Lankya Agnyaha Urjita Sasanaha. One who has got this Sasanas, that means the orders or the commands which cannot be crossed over, which cannot be overcome by even people like Brahma as well as Indra, and therefore is such a firm orders and then commands, and therefore is called as Urjita Sasana. That's why all this in fact Upanishad says because of the fear of him the sun rises exactly at the time he is supposed to rise, and that's at the time he is supposed to set, and all those things. All these devatas do their this duties as a punctual offerings to Bhagavan, and that because of the fear of him, because his commands are absolutely clear and very firmly established, and therefore he is called as Urjita Sasanaha. Shabdhatikaha Shabdam Atikramya Vartamanaha. That means one who is beyond the time, beyond the sound. Beyond the sound means that means he is beyond the sense organs. So one of the sense the ear is the sense organ, and then ear is able to hear it. So he is beyond the sense organs, and therefore he is called as Shabdadikaha. Other meaning is Shabda Pravurti Hetunam Jatya Dinam Asya Sambhavate Shabdena Vaktum Ashakyatvat Shabdadika. That means his prominence and other things are so great, it cannot be explained in few words or few sentences. Even the Vedas fail to explain to him very clearly. It only indicates him through neti, that this is not that, this is not, this is how it is, and therefore very indirectly refers to Bhagavan, because it's very difficult for anybody to explain the Swarupa Guna, Rupa Guna Vibhava of Bhagavan, and therefore is called as Shabdadikaha. Ananta Jikvena Anantena Ananta Shakaihi Anamayihi Sakshat Saraswatyacha Duradaharamihima. That means one, because the Adisesha has got thousands and thousands of tongues, and then the Vedas have got so many branches, and then even Saraswati is the Lord of knowledge. Even all of them cannot explain the greatness of Bhagavan, therefore is beyond those kind of words, and therefore is called as Sabdadikaha. Shabda Sahaha Sarve Vedaha Tatparyena Tamaiva Vadanti iti Sabdasaha. That means one who is being supported by these Vedas, because Vedas only point out to him what is the goal of the life and how do we reach him. And therefore he is supporting this Vedas, and therefore he is called as Sabdasaha. So other thing is, one, when this elephant, this Gajendra shouted at him through his, asking, seeking his protection, Bhagavan was willing to bear all this, this kind of, shoutings of his devotees, and therefore he is called as Shabdasaha. Shishiraha, Tapatrayabhitaptanam Vishramas Tanavate Shishiraha. That means one who is very cool, one is able to provide the, the moonlight-like coolness to all his devotees who take shelter in him, and therefore he is called as Shishiraha. Shishiraha Shashinotyanta Sukinas Tatra Ramati iti. So that means one who is able to provide happiness or enjoys the happiness, and therefore he is called as Shishiraha. Other meaning is Artha Shabda Shravanantaram Atitvareha Gataha Shishiraha. That means whenever he listens to any of his devotees shouting, calling him in distress, he is the first person to reach there, and therefore he is the person who is able to come so quickly, and therefore he is called as Shishiraha. Sarvarikaraha Sarvayam Ratrau Karaha Kiranaha Yasya Chandranta Gata Rupena iti. Sarvarim Ratrim Karoti itiva. That means one at the time of one who is the creator of the night itself is Bhagavan. Sarvari Karaha. Why do you have to create night? The question arises. No? Why not? There will be daytime always. Because the whole body needs certain amount of rest, and the mind also needs rest. Suppose if we keep on thinking, then mind will become a lunatic. Therefore, Bhagavan has to create some kind of a balancing, and therefore he created this night, which is the night, so that all these people can take rest. The bodies, these sense organs as well as the mind can completely take rest at night, and therefore they get complete rest. Actually, what happens at the night is when the mind goes to rest, then only the Jivatma exists. At that time, the Jivatma gets closer to Paramatma, because Paramatma also resides in us. Then it gets completely charged. The energy gets charged to the Jivatma from the Paramatma as such. Charge your batteries and all those things every day. So like that, the Jivatma gets charged through this, through at the night time, and that's why Bhagavan created this night scenario, and therefore it's called as Sarvarim Ratrim Karoti iti Sarvari Karaha. Other meaning is one who is residing inside the moon, he is able to give the cool moonlight to all the people at night, and therefore is called as Sarvari Karaha. Other meaning is Sarvari Himsa Parividarani Panchayudai Yada Kare Asyaiti. That means one who has got the Pancha Ayudas, that is Bhagavan has got this Shakra, Chankara, Gada, then he has got this sword, that is Kadgam, and then he has got this Sharangam, which is the bow. This Pancha Ayudam Bhagavan is holding for the sake of destroying his enemies, and therefore is called as Sarvari Karaha. Akruraha. Krauryam asya na asti iti akrura. One who doesn't have anger, one who doesn't have cruelty. Kruro na bhavati iti akrura. The one doesn't have krura, that means the cruelty. And also akrura priyatvatva. That means one who is the, in Krishnavataram, there was one of his devotees called Akrura. Bhagavan is very close to his devotee, this Akrura, and therefore he is called as Akruraha. I think we'll stop with this. Om Namo Venkatesh.